ABC News has this report. Representative Jamal Bowman pleaded guilty on Thursday after being charged with falsely pulling the fire alarm at a congressional office building, a misdemeanor, before the House voted on a stopgap spending bill to fund the government last month. In a statement, Bowman said, I'm thankful for the quick resolution from the District of Columbia Attorney General's office on this issue. Grateful to the Capitol Police, which agreed I did not obstruct nor intend to obstruct any House vote or proceedings. I'm responsible for activating a fire alarm. I'll be paying the fine issued and look forward to these charges being ultimately dropped. So that's what he's going to get, a $1,000 fine. He has to write a letter of apology to the Capitol Police Chief, Tom Manger, and then he's going to have 3 months of probation, which is basically nothing. And then, according to Bowman himself, part of the whole deal is that after that point, his record is expunged, and it's like this never happened. Here he is explaining that.
Pay the fine. 3 months from now, it'll be dismissed, and I'll be able to just continue to serve my district.
You mean it'll be dismissed, like it'll be expunged from your record?
I believe so, yes.
That's the deal?
Yes, yeah.
With Capitol Police?
ACD, the DCAG.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice for him. Nice deal. Very, very good for him. He also explained to reporters that he was in a rush that day, and there was, quote, a lot going on, and that's why it all happened the way that it did. Let's watch that.
A lot of folks want to know why you didn't tell anybody when you pulled it.
Yeah, I mean, you remember that day, right? It was a lot going on. It was the vote to keep the government open. There was a motion to adjourn. So I was just in a rush, man, trying to get down the street. I was actually running to the Capitol at one point. So I was just in a hurry and didn't get a chance to do it. And, so that was all my bad.
That was all my bad. My bad. He was in a rush. I mean, that doesn't, of course, explain anything. Like, you pull the fire alarm and someone asks you, why did you do that? Well, there's a lot going on. I don't know. There's a lot going on now because you just pulled a fire alarm. The fire department's showing up. But why did you do that? Well, we know what his excuse was all along. His excuse was it was not intentional. He wasn't trying to set off the fire alarm. He was not trying to obstruct the proceedings on Capitol Hill. He did it because he was trying to open the door, and for some reason he thought this was the way to open the door. Well, along with this nice sweetheart deal, we also now finally have the full video of Bowman pulling the fire alarm. Keep in mind, that video was not released initially. Instead, we got a screenshot of him pulling the fire alarm. We didn't get the full video because they didn't want to show us the video until the deal was made. And once you see the video, you see why that's the case. So let's put that video up. Here's Bowman walking up to the... Yep, you see him grab both signs, pull the alarm, and walk off. Okay. So you can clearly see Bowman walking up to the doors, making no attempt to open them, pulling down the signs, pulling the fire alarm, and then walking briskly away. Remember that his asinine excuse was that he was trying to open the door. His excuse was that he'd never in his life ever encountered an emergency exit before. He didn't know how it worked, so he pulled the fire alarm because he thought that it would make the door open. And then he went and hit the smoke detectors because he thought it would make gumdrops fall from the ceiling or something. He has no idea how anything works. But that's what we're supposed to believe. Except that, first of all, that was never even close to believable to begin with. It was obviously a nonsense claim from the start. Anybody who pretended to believe it should be embarrassed. Anyone who actually did believe it should be, lobotomized and deported to Jupiter. But either way, we now have the video, which 100% absolutely conclusively proves that he lied about this incident. Okay, he never tried to open the door. He took down the signs. So why is that part of the... If you're trying to open the door, why would taking down the signs be a part of that process? And then most importantly, he pulled the fire alarm lever and walked away. He didn't even turn around to see if it opened. Allegedly, he did that to open the door, but he never turned around to see if the door opened. People always say, happy dog, happy life. Well, if that's really the case, you need to be giving your dog Rough Greens. Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black, the founder of Rough Greens, is focused on improving the health of every dog in America. Before I started feeding my dog Rough Greens, I had no idea that dog food is dead food. It contains very little nutritional value. Think about it. Nutrition isn't brown, it's green. Let Rough Greens bring your dog's food back to life. Rough Greens is a supplement that contains all the necessary vitamins, minerals, probiotics, omega oils, digestive enzymes, and antioxidants that your dog needs. You don't have to go out and buy new dog food. You just sprinkle Rough Greens on their food every day. Dog owners everywhere are raving about Rough Greens. It supports healthy joints, improves bad breath, boosts energy levels, and so much more. We are what we eat, and that goes for dogs too. Naturopathic Dr. Dennis Black is so confident Rough Greens will improve your dog's health. He's offering my listeners a free Jumpstart trial bag so your dog can try it. Get a free Jumpstart trial bag delivered straight to your door in just a few business days. Go to roughgreens.com/Matt or call 844-ROUGH-700. That's ruffgreens.com/Matt or call 844-ROUGH-700 today. So this was an intentional act, 100%, absolutely. I mean, there's no way around it. You can see it in the video. There's like no other. It's 100%. And why did he do it? Well, there's no other reason that he would have done it other than to delay the vote. He was trying to obstruct the proceedings on Capitol Hill. Now, how could he have been so unbelievably stupid as to think that he could do this and nobody would find out? Was he not aware that they have security cameras in those buildings? Who knows? Like, there is no scenario here that doesn't end with Jamal Bowman having the IQ of a hermit crab. So we know that's the case, no matter what. But that was always guaranteed. But he's also a liar, we could see, and he should have been charged with a felony, and he should be expelled. And you know what? Even though he's a moron, this is the worst part about it. He's a moron, but in the end, he was basically right because he figured that he could do this and face no consequence. The only thing he was wrong about is that I think he figured that they would not, that even if they had security camera footage, they wouldn't release it because he's a Democrat and so they wouldn't want to embarrass him. So he was wrong about that. But everything else, he was right. He figured there'd be no consequence beyond that. There'd be no legal consequence. And in effect, there isn't. He's got to pay a $1,000 fine. That's it. And after 3 months, it'll be like this never happened. Because we live in a two-tier justice system, and it is a two-tier justice system that he benefits from, and he is fully aware of that. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.